Eugene Berryman is such a breath of fresh air. Do you guys know Eugene Berryman? And I can't tell the Eugene story without taking a shot at him. I have to take the shot. I have to, or you can't appreciate him. Coach Berryman, Eugene Berryman, who I think also is managing guys. I think he is the most influential. He is the head of the table. I'm not positive he also manages the guy. I hope he does, because I hope he's double dipping. He deserves to make money. He's so good. He's not the most popular guy behind the scenes. He's just not. He comes off in a certain way. He speaks in a certain way. There's an arrogance to it. And an arrogance and a confidence, a lot of times, is just a misunderstanding. And I think we understand him pretty clear. I think he's pretty arrogant. Now, why do I like him so much? Well, first off, if anybody's got the right to be arrogant, it's the dude who hasn't been wrong yet. He owns a gym called Kickboxing. He works with kickboxers. And he signed 12 of them at one time to the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And took the cream of the crop of each division to the title. And maybe that just meant title fight, but he took him to the title. He's good. He's really, really good. He kept that team together during COVID. And there's a lot of fight gyms out there. There's very few teams, very few. I came from one, and I didn't know. I was the last to find out we weren't a team. We were just a fight gym. Team Quest. I thought we were a team. But it turned out we were just a fight gym, and that's okay. Most of them are. Most of them are fight gyms. Come in, get your workout in, you kind of band together, get a little bond, and if that bond doesn't work out, that's okay too. So we all understood that going in, so there's no hard feelings. A fight gym. For business. Eugene Berryman built a team. You don't ever hear differently. You don't ever hear of somebody that was Eugene's guy, and all of a sudden now he's at the ATT. Just by example. You don't ever hear of that. They all stay there, and they're all deathly loyal. And when I hear these interviews by Berryman, man, the guy speaks so straight. You want to call him arrogant for that? For what? For being right? For being right? He's never wrong. Eugene Berryman did an interview the other day, and he was talking about Israel Adesanya. Oh my God. I can't even believe how, I hope that Izzy sees this. I hope, and I think that they do. I hope that whole team sees it, man. You've got a big brother there. You got a father type figure. You got an uncle type figure. But this is family, the way that Eugene Burke looks after these guys. I was talking about Izzy. And, Izzy's burned out. All these guys are burned out. Everybody's tired of fighting. Eugene Berryman, he dismissed that quickly. It's not even possible. Not even possible. Because we've never fought him more than 3 times in a year. You can't be burnt out at a job that you do 3 times a year. Wow. He's right. It doesn't matter what the job is. Does not matter what your shift looks like. They worked me 12 hours today. Yeah, but they only did it 3 times a year. Like, it wouldn't matter. I had to work around the clock. I had to do 2 bells. But 3 times a year, like, it wouldn't matter. Any one of you could apply that, and you'd have to see it Berryman's way. God, there's no way to be burned out. And Berryman went a step further. And he was tying this all into Izzy dropping the strap to Strickland. Tied everything in to that. And he said, first off, no on the burnout. And secondly, it's the choices and lifestyle being made between fights that is what cost him that fight. Now, that's the truth, and that's not our business. If they want to keep that private, fine. But whoever asked Eugene for the interview, when he said yes, Eugene goes and he answers the questions you ask him. Some might be sensitive and some might not. But he always tells the truth, and he's always right. This guy never's wrong. And that's the kind of thing that if a coach came out and said, Izzy and that coach are no longer together, and I have a feeling it probably did the opposite. I have a feeling that Izzy saw that, read that, said, he's right, and I'm going to make these changes because I trust and respect him so much. But I did appreciate it, and somebody needs to speak on that. I mean, Izzy ends up losing a belt in a massive upset. Doesn't quite look himself. Doesn't respond quite like himself. There was something very clearly that was different. Is that good, bad, or indifferent? But different, right? We all saw it. What is it? Well, then we find out that there was, everybody's going to let their hair down. And it's just a matter of, does that lead to a bad decision? Does that bad decision when you let your hair down moment, get you put in headlines? So when Izzy went through that, he never spoke on it. None of us really asked him because we kind of understood, didn't we? Yeah, we kind of understood. Didn't like it, and this is bad, but he's being punished. He knows it's, but we don't need to tell him or retell him or kick him. He's already down, and not only that, he's got this legal issue, and it cost him a belt. Like, hey, we're not gonna give him a hard time, but if we did have our druthers, it would be something that he acknowledged and didn't do again because he is a human being that we care about, right? But this was real. Like, I really did appreciate that our community did not tease Adesanya for that or pick on him. I really did appreciate that. And I just think that Berryman is making such great points, and I really hope, I trust, but I also do hope that those guys, the Dan Hooker and company, understand what they have here. They have somebody that watches them, who observes them, who cares about them, but also will speak straight to them. It just doesn't happen very often. And you can't get burned out doing it 3 times a year. He's right. I don't want to hear about the training, the monotony. I get it. I know there's more to it. But you also hear from guys like Volkanovski, who's very direct to tell you, man, when I'm not doing that, I don't have purpose and I'm down. So it can't be both ways. Can't be, I need this, I love the lifestyle. It just can't be. And this is very real, man. Dana White did an interview, and I just caught it. I think he did it like a week ago, but I saw it this morning. And they talked to him about retirement all the time. And he even said, man, I don't care about the money. And John Anik had publicly talked about, some of the emotion that goes up and down, how it just pulls at you. And Dana said, man, I saw Anik's interview, and I'm the opposite. I want chaos. If I wake up and there's not some kind of chaos, I'll go and create it. I'll go and, if there's not conflict, I'll make it. I love it. I thrive in this stuff. You'll see a lot of people that are in positions like Dana where when it all ends, they live like 5 years. I mean, they're like 5-star generals. They're absolutely in charge, but there's major stuff going on. I mean, the world can come to an end or they can save the world, but everybody's counting on them. When they retire, it's 5 years, they're a totally different person. They're at home, maybe the phone rings, maybe they play some golf. What do you do? It's just a different spot. And Dana even went as far as say, I don't care about the money anymore. Now, that doesn't mean I'll give the money back in exchange for keeping the power and the responsibility. It doesn't mean that, but it does mean power and the responsibility is to go today, or more money is to go today. No, I'll take the chaos. So, it was a big statement that Coach Berryman made. It was a big statement. Why? Why, guys? Because it was the truth. You can't be burnt out at something by doing it 3 times a year. He's right. So what do? Because burnout and lack of motivation, you're saying the same thing. Where did your motivation go? How did you lose it? What happened? What did we miss? What part of it? What can we adjust? What can we change? Here's Coach Berryman. He's got to go. You're doing it 3 times a year. He's got to do it 3 and 4 times an evening. Same thing. Same fight camp. Same get a guy to a scale. Same media tour. Same airplanes. Same hotel. Same make the walk. Same strategy. Same pressure. Except he's got to do it 4 times an evening. He doesn't get tired of it. It's a really interesting point. I love how we said it. There's some things that just need said. And Coach Berryman telling the world, you don't get to overdo something that you only do 3 times a year. You need to change the way you're approaching it. I love it. I love it to the point that I'm grateful he said it.